Hey everybody, it's Glenn back with another Clash Royale analysis video. The NoTilt World Championships is still going on. We're going to take a look at the game that got Boss into Stage 3. He survived the Stage 2 bracket and was the first to qualify out of the West region. This is the game that got it done against the God RF. This was a Gob Giant Sparky versus the very popular, very celebrated EGolem lineup. And I say very popular, very celebrated, you know, kind of in a sarcastic tone. You know, the Season 13 final ladder ended up with the winner being a EGolem user. So, so yeah. Anyways, to start this off, we have a tornado that pushes Mini into the King Tower, which is really good, but Mini still got a hit on the right side. So God RF brings in Battle Healer. So this already tells us that, okay, when is the EGolem coming in? It's really on the God RF to tell us, okay, when is the EGolem coming in? Is he coming in? It could be coming in right now. He has enough Elixir to do it, but this could be the feeling out period to see, okay, what is Boss using for the rest of his lineup? You know, we know he has Musketeer, obviously, because it's right there. We know he has Mini. He zapped the tower to kind of cycle through to get to one of his decks. The God RF is probably guessing that he still has Gob Giant Sparky at this point, you know, with 4 of his cards already shown at this point now. You see the minions coming in to help out Musketeer, but they're going to be late on that. It's really just to get the Battle Healer off the board. And that happens next to the Princess Tower. So with that being said, now the God RF is going to slowly build. So he brings in the Barb Hut. So Boss answers with Sparky because that's a 70 Elixir commit for the Barb Hut. So that means Boss can not only bring in Sparky now, but he can bring in Sparky from the back. And let's not take a look at that Mini over there on the right, on the left side with the Gob Giant. But let's before we get to that, this E-Dragon right here, I thought was really unique because this E-Dragon by the God RF was kind of the signal that, okay, you can play Sparky whenever and wherever you want to. This is the answer for it. And I think in looking at this game, I think the God RF understood that, you know, Gob Giant's going to get their damage. He's going to get his damage with the Spirit Goblins. It's just going to happen. It's a matter of don't let the big shot hurt you. Don't let Sparky hurt you. If everybody else hurts you, fine. But you just can't let Sparky get in and get to tower. Especially now since Mini got a shot in on the tower. And speaking of Mini, now we have it on the left side. This is already taken care of because of the E-Dragon's just gonna keep Sparky in a stunned zone. So let's look at on the left side here. We have this Gob Giant and this Mini. The Mini goes right after Battle Healer, which is what you want in this situation. You want Mini to answer to that Battle Healer. And nothing doing, but really it was about getting, can this building get taken out? There goes 70 Elixir by the God RF. No more slow building until you get this EGolem out. Now, we almost have to wait a whole cycle again before we see the EGolem. And there's only 1 minute and 10 left.
Let's see if we can press the advantage as we get into double here.
So the Musketeer gets parked in the back, and this becomes a push for Boss with a minute to go. So God RF tries again with a Barb Hut, answers Fireball to stop Dark Prince, and
Most of the way around.
Musketeer. This
So a good
Sparky, I thought, was pretty unique too. We'll back that up right now.
Fireball takes care of
This Sparky I thought was pretty unique. Because at any moment, now we're at double elixir time. You know, the God of Earth can just drop in EGolem and begin his push. But when is that time to make that push?
We'll solve that
Not now. And you don't want to go on the left side because that's just essentially a waste. You see Mini right there will just smack the EGolem. It's kind of like at this point now that Boss has this pretty much controlled. When do you drop? The question becomes, when do you drop EGolem and begin your push to go to the tower? If we back it up right here, you can't go on the right side because Sparky will just smack it, and this E-Dragon's not far enough up yet. You can't go on the left side because Mini will just slice him.
Good situation here for RF.
This is not the time to do it, and now you have a Gob Giant here that you have to take care of. This is the one thing I've kind of understood in playing against EGolem decks is that you really just have to make it very complicated for the EGolem user so that they have to they can't think about when to use EGolem. I mean, yeah, they can't think about when to use EGolem. They have to think about stopping you. And right now, in this situation, the God RF has to think about, okay, how do I stop all of these pushes from happening so that I can get an EGolem somewhere on this board to begin my attack? He can't really do it here. He does have an E-Dragon that he can perhaps lock up the Sparky and then bring in an EGolem here and begin this push over here. If it brings the EGolem here on the left side, then you just have to hope that Mini gets distracted by something else or this Gob Giant gets in the way. This is really, really tough. Or you just put it in the back and then you hope that everything gets wiped out. And then by the time everything gets wiped out, the EGolem will be in one of these two spots on the bridge and then begins the push. This is a really tough situation, and it looks like this isn't really good control for Boss. And meanwhile, this Musketeer right here, so if you drop this EGolem here to protect this Bar Putt, then you're just giving Boss 4 Elixir for free. So this is a really tough situation right now, and Boss has this really under control, even though he's going to lose a Sparky right here. The Bar Putt goes down, but that's fine, really. You know, Fireball gets taken out, and this is, I mean, it's essentially a neutral spot again. But this, although it seems like a neutral spot, this is favoring Boss because the God RF hasn't played his EGolem yet. And it's like, okay, when is that EGolem coming in? You know, Boss has essentially locked this thing up. And you got to remember also Dark Prince can just smack it with his mace. So the God RF tries to go Bar Putt on the left side. Now you have Sparky on the right side, Mini on the left, and this is a good split. And this is what you want to deal with EGolem. Now, it's going to be up to the God RF to decide, okay, which way do I want to go? If I go on the right, it's just going to get hit by Sparky. Now, you do have this E-Dragon that will come lock up Sparky, but do you want to take that risk? You don't have protection here because the Barbarians are going onto the left side. If you go on the left side with EGolem, this Mini is going to slice it up. This is just really, really just great sense of awareness from Boss to know, okay, right now, yes, he has the lead. You know, his towers are fine, but this is about making life as difficult as possible for the God RF so that when that EGolem comes in, it is, I don't want to say useless, but it's just in a situation where you just don't get value out of that. And we're going to see that in a moment here. Musketeer comes in the center, starts picking off the Barbarians. And again, this is like round 2 of the push. Again, Battle Healer. Tornado brings everybody to the center, which is really nice. And there goes Musketeer Fireball again.
Again, it feels like the momentum's
So
towards Boss.
Boss knows that he has a lead on the right side tower, so he's just going to go this way. This E-Dragon comes in, stops that with Battle Healer. I thought Battle Healer would have gotten more value, but that Rage is really, really good. And here comes the EGolem for the first time in the game right here. How many of us have played an EGolem against an EGolem, and it's either played in the back and it begins its slow push and then it just becomes stoppable, or it's play right at the bridge and you're just like, oh my goodness, I'm screwed, it's game over. This is a defensive EGolem. It's really crazy. Who'd have ever thought, defensive EGolem? That's not even in, like, it doesn't make sense. But in this game right here, he had to play it this way, or else he would have lost the tower with the Rage. This is, I mean, again, this is great awareness by Boss to put the God RF in the situation where he had to use his win condition in not a favorable spot right here.
Perfectly timed.
And those minions are getting some damage on the tower. The Musketeer. And this is the position of the EGolem when it gets to the bridge. It is just unfortunate for the God RF. And yeah, that Musketeer is getting smacked by the Princess Tower, but really it's about the EGolem really not getting. It was really getting stopped. It was a great tornado by the God RF, but he spends essentially 10 elixir to stop that push.
Has had no chance.
Another defensive EGolem, which is amazing. Another defensive EGolem. It's going to get stopped by Sparky. That's 4 elixir that's going to be given to Boss for free. And this is where the game ends right here. This tornado pushes everybody to the right side. And that mini goes and says, hey, I want to take care of those Elixir Golemites. What happened here? This mini was supposed to answer to this battle here, which makes sense. We saw that earlier in the game. But Mini said, no, I don't want to deal with that. I want to give me some free elixir. So he goes, or she goes to the right side, and Battle Healer follows it, which is really unfortunate. And meanwhile, Gob Giant's like, I'm just gonna go to the tower, guys. You have your fun, and I'm just gonna go to the tower. And of course, the God RF sees this, and it's like, I gotta put something down. And it's a Barb Hut, which gets smacked by Sparky, and there's really nothing else that can be done because there's many in the front there. So congrats to Boss on playing in an amazing final game there to stop that EGolem push. I mean, it was just really incredible. I mean, from my count, I think I saw the EGolem played twice, or 3 times there, because we had this one EGolem push was right at the bridge. We can look at this again here, because we didn't take a look here. But it just gets stopped by minions, and Dark Prince, Musketeer comes in, but really the focus is all about right over here, because there was nothing that could stop this push right over here. Amazing. I mean, this was a game between 2 great pros. We're going to see the Boss in CRL East coming up in a few weeks. God RF, has made his name all over the place. Won a title recently, and still in the running to get to stage 3 of the NoTilt World Championship. So, a much it was a great, exciting game, and there'll be much more to come over the next few weeks as we get to see who will be the world champion of the NoTilt World Championship tournament. So congrats again to Boss. We're going to be breaking down more games from the NoTilt World Championship tournament. That's all for now. I'm going to stop the video right here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like. Be sure to hit the subscribe wherever you're watching this. And I'll see you in the next video.